Welcome everybody to the UChicago Survivor season finale. Over the past 12 episodes, you've watched the story of 20 UChicago students unfold in a game full of blindsides and betrayal. And tonight, we'll have 2 immunity challenges, 2 tribal councils, and we'll conclude with our final 3 facing the jury and crowning a winner of UChicago Survivor. 5 people, 5 journeys, but only 1 sole survivor. At the start of the season, Gabe was widely considered one of the biggest threats to look out for. He's athletic, charismatic, and intelligent, a jack of all trades and everyone was scared. But when his life got swamped by a hefty workload, his presence in the game diminished. Until recently. Having won the last immunity challenge, Gabe will be looking to win the next 2 as someone who thinks winning immunities is the most important part of the game at this point. Kenny came into this season as the runner-up of season 3, making him potentially the biggest target from day 1. This target only grew in time, being pointed to as the one to eliminate from the final 12. Since then, he's performed miracle after miracle to keep himself in the game. But to win, he'll need to pull a couple more tricks out of his hat and make a convincing case to the jury as to why he deserves the title of sole survivor. Similar to Kenny, John has been a talking point for a long time as the group leader and pinnacle of the power structure. Despite this, he's managed to stay out of people's minds as a voting option without any immunity wins or advantages. The question now is whether he can continue to control the game the rest of the way, or will he lose his grip before he can finish the job. Akshan has been John's right-hand man since day 1. They've been on the same side of every vote from the start. Akshan's lurked in John's shadow this entire time, listening to what he says. All that's left to find out is whether this has been a calculated decision by Akshan, waiting to strike, or if he has a blind loyalty to John that prevents him from going astray. And finally, we have the only woman left, Kaylee. Before the first tribal council, Kaylee was told by her closest allies that no one considered her a threat, and that she didn't have a real shot at winning this game. With limited survivor knowledge, Kaylee believed her and lived in the shadows of the game, occasionally making moves and striking opponents, but generally, she thought she wasn't on par with everyone else. Will Kaylee be able to garner the self-confidence needed to command the end of the game, like we've seen she can, or will she simply fade into obscurity? 8 weeks have passed, friendships have been tested, blood, sweat, and tears have been poured into this game, and it all comes down to this. 5 people with one shared vision. Win at all costs.
Welcome everybody to the final 5 immunity challenge. Congratulations, this is the finale. As you know, this will be ending. As you all know, this season will be ending in a final 3. And to get this far, you have faced a lot of challenges, a lot of opponents, a lot of twists. But the twists are not quite done yet. Come on out, guys! Yo!
Is this a crossover we see?
What's up, guys? Line up next to them. Straight line jury over there. Castaways over here. As you can see, 5 members of the jury will be joining us today. As all of you know, both the jury and the castaways, you guys answered a form today. As you were asked questions about the castaways, some having to do with the game, some not having to do with the game. Here's how this is going to work. I will present the question again. Your job is to guess what was the majority answer between the jury and the castaways. But of course it is not that simple because I brought the jury here. Here's how this works. The castaways, you are playing for immunity, as always. Jurors, you are playing to get back in the game. If a juror wins, you will return to the game and you have immunity this round. It becomes the final 6. Worth playing for? Yes. All right, I'll get you guys your stuff. You guys have yours? All right, let's get this started. All right, the first question of the night. Who are you surprised made it this far? You're trying to figure out what the majority answered. All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. I'm gonna go through this one at a time. Gabe said, all right, I'll reveal the correct answer actually, but like watch each other and change. The correct answer was Kaylee. Gabe, you have 1 point. Penny has 1 point. John has 1 point. Akshat has 1 point.
Whoops. Damn.
Kaylee has 1 point. All the castaways got this one correct. Alright, Eric got this correct. Penny did not get this correct. Kevin did not get this correct, but Rudra did get this correct. Alright. Who are the fans rooting for? Alright. 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer was Kaylee. I will now go down the line. Gage, incorrect. Penny, incorrect. John, incorrect. Akshat, incorrect. Kaylee, incorrect. Carrie, incorrect. Eric, incorrect. Penny, incorrect. Kevin, incorrect. Rudra, no one got the question right. It's not King. The majority of you guys said that Kaylee is who the fans are rooting for, and not a single one of you guessed that's what the majority said. That is amazing. Kevin got it incorrect. And Rudra got it correct. Kevin put Kenny. All right. Next question. Who has given up on the game? The correct answer was Gabe. Yep. Gabe got it correct. Kenny got it incorrect. John got it correct. Akshat got it incorrect. Kaylee got it correct. Carrie got it correct. Eric got it incorrect. Penny got it incorrect. Kevin got it incorrect. And Rudra got it incorrect. Meaning only one member of the jury got this one correct.
Bang! You guys suck.
Who has one more trick up their sleeve? 3, 2, 1, reveal. And the correct answer was Kenny.
Let's go!
Gabe got it
We
correct.
take those. Come on now.
Kenny got it correct.
Oh,
John got it correct.
Is that a reveal?
Akshat got it correct. Kaylee got it correct.
I didn't.
Carrie got it incorrect.
Incorrect.
Eric
Thank you.
got it correct. Penny got it correct. Kevin got it correct. And Rudra got it correct. All right, this final question, I don't need everyone to respond. I just need Gabe, Kaylee, and Eric to respond to this one because they're the only ones who can still win. Gabe, if you get this correct, you win. If you get it incorrect and one of them gets it correct, it will go to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right? The question is, who has had no tricks up their sleeve? Are you three ready?
Yeah.
Okay, reveal your answers.
Shit, it's
Gabe
probably me.
responded Kaylee.
Oh, fuck, it was me.
Kaylee responded Gabe. And Eric responded Kaylee. The correct answer was Akshat or Gabe.
Fuck!
Meaning this is going to a tiebreaker between Kaylee and Gabe, but it does secure the fact that the jurors will not be returning to the game. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I choked. That's all. That's. Come on.
No tricks on my
fucking sleeves, baby. Come on, let's go.
You guys
I forgot that I like had this sleep party for the whole
you
game.
have secured your spot in the final version of the final five.
Okay. Is it tiebreaker now?
The tiebreaker is right now. The tiebreaker is going to be, you're going to be given 3 questions and you have to guess what the least answered response is.
Okay.
Right? And they are all going to be questions where all 5 people were least responding. Okay. Your first question. Who are you surprised made it this far?
Least.
Least. Reveal. You said John. You said Kenny. The correct answer was Kenny.
No!
That is one.
It's fine. It's fine.
Who are the fans rooting for?
This is the least.
This is the least. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer was Kenny or Akshat. They both got it wrong.
Yeah, we both said
Gabe is up by 1, meaning Kaylee, you have the chance to tie it again and send it to one more sudden tiebreaker round. Or if Gabe gets this correct, he wins. Okay? Who is not invited to your birthday party? You both said John. The correct answer was Kenny or Akshat.
Fuck.
Meaning Gabe, congratulations, you have won individual.
Come on now! We take those!
Guaranteed a spot in the final 4, and given the last clue to the last hidden immunity idol, which does not have 4 parts. It only has 1. So you will be the only one who knows anything about the location of this idol. All right.
I'm really disappointed. I was so close to winning my first challenge.
I know, I was really rooting
I'm
for you.
really sad.
I think we proved that I'm the most slept on, most hated person in the game right now. So I think it's time for me to step up and get me a fucking challenge win. That's 2 in a row for me. So I'm trying to lock the fuck in. Maybe it's a final 3. We'll see where it goes after that.
This far into the season, I'm recording my second confessional. Sorry guys. Not gonna lie. I didn't really know how Survivor worked. I don't really remember what I said in my first confessional, but I genuinely believed that every other player would be able to see what I said in my confessionals, and thus decided it would be best for me to not do any of them.
I did not win the last 2 challenges. I was really hoping I'd be able to get one of those 2, because now the situation is just so tough going into Final 5 with nothing. I got nothing.
So I've made it to the final 5. It's me, Kenny, John, Akshat, and Gabe. I'm the last girl. And originally my plan was to just kind of follow along with John, try and get him to the end and like let him win. So the plan was to vote Kenny out and then get Gabe out. So that's me, Akshat, John. It's the final 3. But then I thought about it more.
Gabe is the threat. He's the wild card. No one's going to expect him. He knows what he's doing. He laid low. He did everything he needed to do. And he's got it.
To all my haters out there, I have one thing to say to you. Suck on this.
I decided that I kind of want to try and win this thing, because if it's me, Akshat, and John as the final 3, like, John's gonna win, because he's, like, kind of played a better game, which I kind of think is bullshit, because he hasn't really done much. Like, he hasn't won many challenges. Like, he honestly hasn't done more than me. He just kind of, like, he did a really good job of, like, organizing stuff, and he was slick.
I think that Kenny's the best person to beat John in the finals. So I personally think that I like him to take it there. As much as I like Akshat and Kaylee, John's been kind of putting him on his back. So I think that I would love someone who could actually compete in the finals.
I was thinking things a little bit differently.
Yeah?
I think there's a path for both me and you in the final.
Really?
But beyond that, I think I could also make a case for how slick I was. Anyway, so I changed I'm switching things up. I decided I'm gonna turn things around and attempt to actually win this thing.
We have the numbers, but because I think we could win another immunity and then make it fun.
Exactly. And then if it's fun, if me and Final 4, that's if you get there, I would take you.
I would take you to the final to the end.
I already got Gabe on board. I got Kenny on board. We're gonna do this thing.
Welcome everybody back to Tribal Council. You may light your candles now. As you know, fire represents your life in this game. Once it is gone, so are you. Alright, start with Gabe, wearing the immunity necklace tonight for the 2nd time in a row. How does it feel?
It's pretty great, I will say. It was, haters trying to call me out, count me out, but, I still won, so 2 in a row. It's looking good.
You were voted as the person who needed immunity tonight. Do you think that holds true?
I don't even know, man. Probably. Most likely.
Aksha, as a statistics major, this is the first time in the game you are statistically likely to make it to the end. Is that a good feeling? Are you now thinking about what to do at the end, or is it still you feel like you need to take it one elimination at a time?
I'd say it's more of a thought. Not specifically what I would do post endgame, but like if there were any actions I need to take between now and getting to the final 3 that could, help me in the final 3. Well, I feel like that wasn't really something I was thinking about before. So yeah, I think that it's now more of a thought that everything I do between now and if I get to the final 3 might have a big impact.
Kaylee, at such a late point in the game, how do you decide who goes home? There's only 4 of you left, and obviously you don't want yourself to go home. So only 3 people decide between you.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I don't want to go home at this point. My interest level in this game has progressively gotten stronger, and yeah, I'm much more interested in getting myself to the end than everybody.
It's like you can vote for me, but honestly at that point, if John getting to the end respectfully, he's just played the best game out of everyone here. He's gonna win no matter what. I mean, I'd vote John, and the jury, they can't really say anything, but I'm sure they'd all, no, you would, because objectively he literally hasn't had to win any challenges, and he's almost every vote except for 1 or 2 has gone exactly how you wanted it. I mean, post merge. So I mean, in terms of controlling the game, he's controlled the game. I mean,
Gabe, you're nodding along with that.
Yeah, no, I had some talks with John. He's definitely been a great mastermind behind the scenes, and I really respect that from him. He's a great competitor. I love seeing the game.
and also I think everyone here, but if John gets to the end, I think he wins no matter what. Just for the reason that I said earlier. But I think other than that, I think everyone else has an opportunity to win. But I think if John's there, I mean, he wins no matter what, and that's just how it's going to be.
John, you want to respond to all this?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's valid points to what Kenny is saying, but I honestly don't think he realizes how impressive what he's done in the game so far is, considering that everybody wanted him out since basically exactly when the merge started, and he's still here. And if I had to guess, he's probably going to make it to the next round as well. He's probably going to make it to the final 3. So honestly, I think I would have a hard time going against Kenny in the final 3. But that's if I make it there. I mean, I don't think it's just an instant win for me if I do make final 3. I think that's a little bit disrespectful to the other games that people have played. I mean, obviously Aksha and Kaylee, you addressed them specifically. They worked behind the scenes. They had to do a lot less than I did to get to this point, and they're here. And if they make it farther than me, that's a better game than I played, probably. So
I completely agree.
And I would say same thing for Gabe. Gabe's game was just challenges. He was just too dominant.
Kaylee, you rolled your eyes at John and then flipped off Kenny. What's going through your head right now?
Just keep yapping. I want to go. Okay, not actually. I think that was a really beautiful moment, and I think someone just kind of needed to bring you guys back down.
Is that to reference their egos?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like you guys want to just suck each other off.
And what I was saying, I didn't mean to put down you, or I didn't mean to put you guys down, but just I don't know. I just feel it's a lot harder to make a case. Let's put it that way.
And of course, as someone who sat at the end and
gave what I described to everyone the worst case I've ever seen, you would know something about that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you've learned from that, and now this game you have worked to make your case more visible?
I'd like to think so, but I mean, it's always kind of my problem. It's just like, you know, I get to the end, but I just can't finish. You know what I'm saying?
Bunch of children. All right. You guys ready to vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Dave, we'll start with you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have the votes. If anybody has the hidden email and they'd like to play it, now would be the last time to do so. No? I'll read the votes. First vote. John. Second vote. Kenny. Third vote. John. Fourth vote. Kenny. 14th person voted out of UChicago Survivor this season, and the 8th member of the jury. John, come bring me your torch. John, we'll try to smoke it. It's time for you to go. As for the rest of you, welcome to the final four. You have one more challenge and one more tribal council before the end. So, get some rest, because as all of you hopefully know, this will be a long one. See you then.
To the fans of UChicago Survivor, the real UChicago Survivor, I'd like to thank you for going on this journey with me. And, you know, I'm excited. I guess it'll be a new chapter in my journey. And thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed my time.
Okay, so tonight was crazy. John went home, which I was like I was feeling bad about, but I don't anymore, because now I'm just here to prove something now.
I don't want a boring finals, so I'm taking Kenny with me, even if that means he wins over me, because I want to have a fun-ass finals, and I'm not doing it against someone who has no challenge but wins, all right? I want a competitor. I want to have a fun-ass finals. That's not going to happen unless Kenny or I make it there.
I'm very frustrated because it feels like nobody, like I've been saying, nobody takes me seriously in this game. Nobody thinks that I'm a threat.
It might have become clear, probably was clear to you guys, that strategy so far was simplistically put just to like stay out of the spotlight, try and play in the background.
I'm really hoping Kitty doesn't win because I want a chance to win. Because if it's me, Aksha, and Gabe in the final three, I think I could make a pretty good pitch for why I've played the best. Because compared to Aksha, I love you, but he hasn't done shit.
Apart from not doing anything crazy to like give myself attention, such as winning challenges or even showing up to them tactically,
He hasn't gone to as many challenges as I have. He's left some of them pretty early on. Like, me and him are at a pretty even playing field, and I can argue that I've done more than him.
Yeah, I also made sure that a key part of my strategy was to not make enemies with some people and not have other people even know I exist.
And pretty much the same thing with Gabe. I think if Gabe wins, it's because of his charisma. He has won a few challenges. He does have that under his belt, but like past that.
A lot of people think that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. People don't think that I lucked my way into doing this. And you might be right. You might be right, but who knows? Maybe I played fucking clueless gimmick the whole time because I knew that's what was gonna get me in.
He didn't know what he was doing for a lot of the game. He kind of just was going along to get along, and
you know, if I was out here winning challenges back to back to back to back, I'd be seen as the same type of threat as Kenny, but you don't see them talking about me like Kenny, do you?
Kenny has arguably played the best game of the four of us. So I think losing to Kenny that's fine. I'm okay with losing to Kenny. I would be pissed if I lost to Gabe or Rockshot though.
Welcome everybody to the final immunity challenge. First things first, Gabe, gotta take it back. For the final time this season, immunity is back up for grabs. Here's how this is gonna work. As you can see behind you, there's a bottle of orange juice. All of you, please put your dominant hand on the bottle of orange juice. Anywhere on the bottle of orange juice works. Okay. The challenge has officially begun. The basic rules are, you gotta keep your hand on it at all times. If you let go, you're out. You can move the orange juice, but there has to be a general idea that it is being moved. You cannot move it quickly to try and make it as point of getting people off of it. And you cannot try to push each other off of it. That is not the purpose of the challenge. Everybody understand? All right. Last person standing wins. How are you guys feeling?
I'm getting my workout in.
Oh my god, we didn't work out today.
No, we didn't.
I'm bored. My butt
Pissed
hurts.
off. Sorry.
Over 3 hours in, how are you guys feeling?
We're chilling. My phone's in there, so we'll see. I think maybe that's like 2 more hours.
Alright guys, you are 4 hours in.
Just watching me grow up right now.
Kenny in the back taking up with his hand still on the thing. Risky move. We'll see how that plays out.
It's not worth it.
I'm just trying to be sweaty.
Tyson, that's 2 votes Tyson. Tyson, that's 3 votes Tyson.
Alright guys, we're at 5 hours now. How's everybody feeling?
Bro, I just no like plug-in or anything, but I just had a Big Mac. Shit hit crazy. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Can hear you. Sleep with the hand on it is so risky. He started that I think an hour ago and he's still going with it. Hasn't let go.
Good morning. I gotta pee. And if these guys do not want to go pee with me, I will whip out my dick and piss all over their hands.
That's where you're at 6 hours in.
Kaylee doesn't want to give consent to like Kenny go to the bathroom, so Kenny's just gonna pee in the bottle because he realized that Kaylee's not gonna be able to pee in the bottle without like, you know.
I'm very skilled in peeing in uncomfortable places. I could figure it out.
Oh my god.
Is there
Fuck is in the challenge?
That was a fast piss.
I don't know if I was Tuesday. What? I don't know if I was Tuesday. I don't know if it's study. I don't have that tomorrow. I don't have to do my lab. I have it pretty much done.
I don't know why you're probably gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna get to the end either way.
No.
Why is he gonna get to the end either way?
No. If y'all are gonna vote for Akshat, then we'll. No. I don't know. Maybe Kenny and I have the same amount of challenges.
I like more challenge wins if he wins this challenge.
Yes, I would want any challenge. True. Like, I'm gonna win this challenge. I'm very committed.
Alright. We've officially hit 7 hours.
Here, I'll make things a little bit easier.
After 7 hours, Kenny is out.
You know what? I tried my best.
I did really good.
All right, it's just after 5. I had made the decision to drop out of the challenge. It was not an easy decision, but I mean, it very much so was a personal decision. I'm not gonna, you know, regret this. I'm not gonna regret it if this really is the end. You know, respect to all the other contestants. I mean, Akshat never had to be there from the start. And Gabe and Kayleigh, they're good for them. That's all I got.
It's kind of getting comfortable with it. It's unfortunate.
Alright, you guys are officially at 8 hours. Fully passed out.
Good shit.
Oh, and just like that, it's over. 8 hours and 8 minutes in, Gabe. Let's go. Wow.
Oh, thank
Half
God.
asleep. It is over.
All right, Kayleigh, how much longer do you think you could have done that?
I was literally thinking about going until like noon.
Damn. All right. Well, you definitely would be me. All right. Anyway, here.
Congratulations. Here you go. Turn around. I'll put this on you. For the first time this season, and when it matters the most, you are the only person guaranteed a spot at the final tribal council. Congratulations.
Thank you. What's up, guys? Just wanted to come and document that I got my first win. Yes. I'm so happy. That was awful, but it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I was kind of chilling. I was just watching New Girl. I got through like a whole season, and then my phone was about to die, or my computer was about to die. Literally, the only thing that saved me was that it literally twitched, and he fell asleep. He twitched, and then his hand came off. Oh my god, that felt unreal. Hopefully I can win.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess congrats first off.
Thank you.
What, do you like give up willingly, or did he fuck
No,
up?
he fell asleep, and then he twitched, and his hand came off. It was so satisfying.
All right. So, anyways.
Yeah. So, okay. I have many reasons that I'm still trying to figure out, but I want to get Gabe out tonight, and I want you in the final 3 with me and Akshat.
Okay.
Like, between the two of you, though, like, you've given me more respect, and that's also partly why.
Honestly, I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna win that because like I could tell that you were locked in. I was like, my thought process was like maybe something accidentally happens.
Yeah.
And also like, I want you to have a little like for myself, like, you know, you could go longer, but you just can't.
Yeah,
So anyways, that's
it was a
why.
rough challenge.
Yeah.
The longest one in UChicago history.
Crazy.
Welcome everybody to Tribal Council. For the final time this season, you can light your candles now. As you know, fire represents your life is here. Once it is gone, so are you. Only one of you sitting here will not be at the end tomorrow night. So let's start with Kaylee. You have the immunity necklace. How does it feel at the most important Tribal Council of the
Feels
season?
fucking amazing. It's my first win. Individual win. Because I put in work during the tribes. It feels great. I'm very happy to be secured a position in the final 3. It was a tough challenge, and yeah, I mean, I could have gone for a couple more hours. So I think I earned it, and I think I deserve to be here.
And of course, we all know the challenge at the 8-hour mark, where Gabe let go on accident after 8 hours. How does that feel right now?
I wish my stupid body decided to not get sick, and maybe I could have stayed a couple more hours than I did. But I did fall asleep, and that's my fault. So this won't happen again. But I am happy to say that I'm the second longest time in an endurance challenge at UChicago Survivor.
That is true. That was a record previously held by Kenny, not just once, but twice. So, Kenny, you obviously dropped out at the 7-hour mark, you know, after putting up some impressive endurance challenge results in the past. What was that decision process like?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a difficult decision, but I mean, Kaylee and Gabe, I'm gonna say Kaylee especially, was just like ridiculously locked in. And I was just going up there. This is such a busy week for me. And I was like, I just personally, you know, it just wasn't happening that night. I mean, I could have. I probably could have won it by like just dedicating myself 100%, and you know, maybe like Kaylee would have messed up on accident, or like Gabe would have messed up on accident. I guess that ended up happening. But I mean, I think I stayed into the 7-hour mark specifically. I kind of set that, like once we went past 6 hours, I was like, you know, 7 hours, if nothing happens, then I'll go out, because like, I do need some sleep, believe it or not. I think I at that point, it was just kind of proving to myself a little bit that like, you know, you can do this. You could go longer. So I set that as my goal, and you know what? I'm not as sad as I think I should be. I'm relatively proud of myself.
Akshat, you didn't even show up to the challenge. Right?
Is it true?
The final immunity challenge of the season, guaranteeing your spot at the final Tribal Council, right? How did you reach that decision, right? This is the most important challenge of the season, right? You assume that anyone has a chance of going home tonight, right? Why didn't you show up? Do you think you didn't need it?
So, I did the cost benefit analysis, right? If I showed up and spent 7 hours like Kenny did, and then still didn't move on, I'd be more angry at myself. So I was like, whether or not I go, I have a chance of going home, a chance of moving on. I feel like it's a better investment to just not go. I was feeling really tired. I had a headache. I knew that if I went, I'd probably lose to any of them because I was tired and had a headache. So I decided it'd be best if I didn't go. If I go home, I go home. If I move on, I move on. But
You guys ready to vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Akshat, we'll start with you.
Man, I was dreading this.
It's been real, everyone. Love you, Gabe.
Alright, everybody. I have the votes. No more advantages can be played, so I'll go ahead and read these now. First vote. Gabe. Second vote. Kenny. Third vote. Gabe. Fourteenth person voted out of UChicago Survivor Season 1, and the 9th and final member of our jury, Gabe. Come bring me your torch. Gabe, after 9 long weeks, try to smoke. It's time for you to go. Get some sleep. Get ready. This is your final task, I guess. See you guys tomorrow.
I'll be honest, I always thought I would reach here because just of like the type of game we're playing and it being the first season, people probably aren't really expecting stuff like my strategy.
All right, final 3, baby. Made it to the end. I'm very happy. I mean, I'm not gonna get too cocky though. I think I ought to win, but I mean, last season, season 0, I thought I had it in the bag, and I kind of failed. So, not taking anything for granted.
I hope you guys were maybe at least a little bit surprised to see that I was here. It'd be nice if that was the case, even though I feel like I knew I was gonna get here. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna win, if I'm completely honest, because how would I? But we'll try.
All right, welcome everybody to the final tribal council. First off, congratulations to you, Kenny, Longshot, and Kaylee. You have made it as far as you can in this game, but the game's not over yet. You will now plead your case to the jury as to why you deserve to win UChicago Survivor Season 1. As for the jury, the 9 of you have an important decision to make tonight on who you think deserves to win. All right, they will make their speeches, and then you will ask questions or make speeches of your own based on what they said. You understand? All right, Kaylee, we'll start with you.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I have a lot to say, just so you guys know. But firstly, I'd like to bring it back to the beginning of the game, the very beginning of the quarter. I was invited to Survivor, and I thought I would pretty much take it a bit more seriously than I did Season 0, but I had very low expectations coming into this. Mostly because I didn't really have, like, allies. I wasn't super close with anybody, so I kind of figured I would just come here, hang out, and have fun. And that did happen for a while, and then eventually it got to a point where we were going to do challenge outdoors, and it was like dangerous weather, and so I volunteered myself to be voted out for my tribe so that we didn't have to do the challenge. And then John came to me and he told me that he didn't want to vote me out, which I really appreciated. It was kind of the first time I felt like actually respected in this game. I didn't really decide on what I was gonna do until pretty late in the game. Obviously I made it here, so we kind of knew what our choice was. But yeah, pretty much I decided that I was either going to be used as a pawn to get here, or I could try and prove something to myself and to everybody else. After being repeatedly told to my face that nobody saw me as a threat, everyone was using me as a pawn, that kind of pissed me off. So that's when I decided to really take the game seriously and try my best to get here. And that's what I did. I guess my big takeaway, or at least I want your guys' big takeaway, and the reason you should vote for me is because I earned it. I kept my hand on the bottle in the very last challenge, the most important challenge, for 8 hours to prove that I deserve to be here. And yeah, I think you guys should vote for me for those reasons. But yeah, I don't know that I have much else to say. Thank you.
Though it may not seem like it, there's been a reason that I've been doing a lot of the things that I've been doing. I think if you guys think, I don't know, Gavin, Julian, Jerry, have any of you guys voted for me once in any of the tribal councils? I think Kevin did once, and I'm pretty sure that was randomly generated. I purposefully tried to make it so I had no reason to piss anyone off, because I knew that the way I could get here was just by being under the radar, being thought of as not a threat. I didn't feel disrespected when nobody saw me as a threat, because I knew that from the beginning, that was what I was doing on purpose to make it here. You can see that in the last challenge. You may know that I didn't even show up to the last challenge. And while I respect these two for what they did, I'd like to explain myself for that too. I said, I was sick. That was a fucking lie. I had a headache. That was a fucking lie. I just knew that after Kaylee voted out Jones, Kaylee did have some power in this game. And me, as a lot of you know, closely allied with John, I could have been the next one on the chopping block if anybody saw me as a threat. If I showed up to that challenge, held my hand on that bottle for 7 hours, and then lost to Kaylee, I would have been a threat in this game. What do I look like if I don't go to the challenge at all? If I be that fucking pussy who doesn't even show up, who can't deal with anything, who can't deal with a headache? Why would I not be voted? I have never once felt even scared about being voted out. I'm gonna allude to Plato real quick. The people, the man or woman of the people, should never be the one who wants it the most, right? It should be the one who maybe doesn't want it, but deserves it the most. The one who you might force it upon them. I don't want to win. I honestly don't care. I would love to see either of them win. And if you vote for them, that's fine with me. But the thing is, I did play the best game here, because without ever trying to win a challenge, I was completely confident in the fact that I could get to the final 3, and I did that. So, and you may be thinking now, in doing all of these things, right, and giving this grand speech about how you're the best and trying to convince us to vote for you, aren't you essentially just becoming a thing that you swore to destroy, right? But I'll leave you with this. I truly vote for whoever you want. I don't care, but just to prove that I don't care about winning, if I do win, I will donate all the money that I win to the Against Malaria Foundation. And now you may be thinking, isn't he bribing us? Isn't he bribing us into trying to make us vote for him? Isn't he guilt-tripping us into voting for him? Isn't he once again becoming the very thing he swore to destroy? And I'll leave you with this. For once, like I said, maybe, like I've been doing this whole time, I've been trying to predict what you guys are thinking, right? Isn't that how I said I play this game? Even if I don't win, I'll donate the same amount of money to charity. So you can vote for whoever you want. I really don't care. You can win, I can win, Kelly can win, Kenny can win. I'm just glad I had a good time. All right, Kenny.
Wow. All right. I guess I'll just kind of start similar to what Kaylee did at the beginning. So going into this game, I wanted to have a good social game, and I think that plan was working out for a pretty long time. I reached out to Penny initially, and we had a very strong alliance going there for a while. Then moving on, I also was really strong alliance with Carrie as well. But then a few unfortunate circumstances happened that were, I think, relatively out of people's control. I mean, stuff happens. So out here, I'm in the sort of situation where I'm going, all right, this plan to, play more of a social game isn't really working. And I mean, I've been clearly labeled as the biggest threat by, pretty much everyone, I think. And so, at that point, it was, to me, the only really path I saw was just trying to get to the next round, and whether that's through challenges and advantages. Penny playing the or trying to use the knowledge with power on John, that was definitely very planned out. That was actually kind of a last minute thing, that whole plan, because I was like, I wanted to have that advantage. I knew I would have the third hint, so I'd probably be able to find the idol clue. That's 2 idol is going into final 6 or 7, whatever. So my mind was just like, get to final 5 and just try to win to get to the final 3 or 4. I think that was going to be my plan, no matter if Penny was there or if it was just me. So I made that decision, and I think it worked out based on how everything played out. Yeah, that's all I got. That's it.
All right. All right, now we move to the jury. First up, we have Gavin standing in place for Julian. Sorry, Julian standing in place for Julian.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Julian.
Hi, Julian.
I have a really simple question. Just, what was your favorite moment of the season? Can I sit back then?
Say who's going first.
I choose Kaylee to go first. Can I sit back then?
My favorite moment of the season was definitely when John said that he didn't want to put me on.
My favorite moment of the season was the stay out on the quads challenge. I just really enjoyed running in circles and throwing snowballs to Kevin.
That's a really good question. Challenge-wise, I definitely was the challenge where we had the scavenger hunt on the quad to find the bandanas, and we had like a little 1v1 game, and it was the Lego challenge. That was a lot of fun. But the favorite moment, actually, it might be that whenever I held onto the idol, or the amulet, and didn't play it during that trump council.
All right, Carrie.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. You guys all played in Season 0. And as we know, Season 0 is kind of really goofy offy. I just want to know, did you have more fun this season? Let's start with Kenny.
I think I did, and I was largely in part just because I think from the beginning, although there were a couple things with Lauren and Amanda, I think everyone was pretty committed. And it was going to be you had to at least put some effort in order to play. When I think Season 0, there were a lot of people that just didn't really care, and it was kind of just like stroll through the park up until like final 6 or 7. But here was at least a moderate jog.
As one of the people that Kenny mentioned that didn't really care last season, I don't think Shane showed up to a single challenge, but I oversaw one once. That was cool, and at that moment, that was when I knew that I really wanted to play this season. I told Shane that night when we were at the polls, this is something that I want to do. I know I got off the polls right away, once again, to make myself unthreatening. But yeah, obviously I enjoyed this season way more because I knew my last season.
Yeah, I did not give a shit about last season. I think I went to one challenge and I left early. Yeah, I had a lot of fun this season. Like I think I'm closer with everybody, which has been really fun. So definitely this season is more fun.
All right, Clara. Or as some people would say, Clara.
I did not realize that everyone would have to ask me. So you guys are going to help me with my new project. What does poetry mean to you? All of you have to answer.
You gotta pick something to say.
Poetry is definitely very interesting. I think one of my favorite poets is Gwendolyn Brooks. She's from Chicago.
Looking at the poetry just as words on a piece of paper, it can really tell me something more about myself than it can about what's on the page.
What is your favorite dinosaur? Akshat, you go first.
Okay. The Velociraptor, right? Because for one, those guys are so cute and they're so fast. And in my head, velociraptors are just like big fucking dogs that you can train. Especially in that one scene in Jurassic World. That show is so sick with Chris Pratt. I've been wanting to ride a velociraptor since I was like 4. But I guess I'll never be able to.
Pteranodons, the dinosaur train.
Triceratops.
Honestly, I don't know who I'm going to vote for because you all played such different games. So to help me decide, my question for you guys is, what is the most hurtful lie that you told this season? And do you think that it helped or hurt your game?
Probably. Okay, well, he's only kind of here, but when I told Julian, I didn't. Okay. When John and I first made an alliance, we were sitting in the reg and we decided to come up with like a string of texts that were like John planning to vote on Julian, and it was just way too much.
I've never lied a day in my life.
Probably to you about John. I thought that John had an idol.
So my question for all of you is, what do you have to say to me going into this vote?
I mean, I guess I am appreciative of you coming to me at the very beginning and saying that you wanted to reach out or work together. I really did appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun with you. And I wanted you to win for the longest time. Me voting you out was a personal, like, I do feel bad about it, but I guess my pride is a bigger thing.
That's one.
I just want to know what differentiated you from any other player pre or post merger, and like we can start with Julian.
Yeah, I mean, I played a low-key game, but I was very strategic with it.
I mean, unlike Akshat, I had to adapt. I had to change things up, and I think from what I sort of set up pre-merge, that allowed me to survive. I mean, the name of the game is Survivor. It allowed me to survive going into the post-merge, and it gave me a shot to get to this position, and I'm out.
Alright. That's all the questions, so now it is time to vote Julian. Yeah. We'll start with you.
I knew deep down that Akshat's just very eloquent, and I think that's a huge part in being able to sway the jury to vote. So you have my vote.
Game is here.
Congratulations to the three of you. I'll now read the votes. First vote, Kenny. Second vote, Kaylee. Third vote, Akshat. That's one vote for each of you. Fourth vote. Akshat. Fifth vote. Akshat. Sixth vote. Kenny. That's 3 votes Akshat, 2 votes Kenny, 1 vote Kaylee, 3 votes left. Seventh vote. Kaylee. Eighth vote. Kaylee. That's 3 votes Akshat, 3 votes Kaylee, 2 votes Kenny, 1 vote left. The winner of UChicago Survivor Season 1. Nobody yet. Final vote.
Oh!
We have a 3.
What?
Here's how this is going to work. The jury will now re-vote, and you are not allowed to vote for the person you voted for the first time. The person who wins this vote now wins UChicago Survivor Season 1.
Can they all just win?
I'm gonna say who wins.
Even though I underestimated her abilities, and I thought that she was just playing it low key. She fucking owned it at the end, I will say. So out of pure respect for that last challenge, I'm voting for Kaylee.
Akshat did rest my bear, so it's gonna go to Kennedy.
My final closing remark. I flipped a coin. Oh, I flipped my phone. If it lands screen up, I'm gonna go for Kenny. Screen down, I'm gonna go for Kaylee.
So for the second time tonight, the second time of our final tribal council, I will now read the votes. First vote. Akshat. Second vote. Kenny. Third vote. Kaylee. That's 1 vote each once again. Fourth vote. Akshat. Fifth vote. Kaylee. Sixth vote. Kenny. That is 2 votes Kenny, 2 votes Akshat, 2 votes Kaylee, 3 votes left. Seventh vote. Akshat. Eighth vote. Kenny. That is 3 votes Kenny, 3 votes Akshat, 2 votes Kaylee, 1 vote left. The final vote and the winner of UChicago Survivor Season 1. Kenny.
Yeah!
After playing this game for a record 15 weeks, Kenny has finally won.
Thanks for letting me clap on you.
Congratulations to you two. Playing extremely well. It's finally Kenny in the first round, barely losing this one. Thank you, jury. It's a great final tribal council, very interesting one. Thank you, Brooklyn.
Actually, I knew this was gonna happen the whole time. That's why I voted for Akshat, just so I could vote for Kenny now.
Just kidding. Kenny, I hope you win. I am gonna uphold my promise now because I didn't last vote.
Kenny, it's been you since day one. It's been you.
For what Kenny did, winning the challenge is when it mattered most. When the heat was on him, he did everything he needed to do. And when it came time to make it to the final vote, he pulled out all the stops, made everything work, even when all the odds were stacked against him. And I can't see anyone more dominant than that. And so that's why, tonight, I think Kenny deserves that win.
I really did not want to vote for you, but here we are.
Also, I would like to say to Kevin, if you had voted with me, I had found myself in the beginning of the game to donate $50 to you upon winning. But because of what you did, you're getting no money from me.
I hope I am spelling this correctly.
Game is game.
Doing such a good game, but his speech sucked, honestly. It was just a whole mishmash of all the events he'd done. And then I was rooting for Oddshot. And then he molested my bear.
I'd advise you guys to close your eyes.
Okay, stop watching.
Hi, I'm Marley. I'm 19 years old. Oh, wait a second.
I am Survivor.
I'm really excited to be a part of UChicago Survivor this season.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Tommy. So excited to be playing on this season of Survivor.
We are so back. We are so back.